What's up, guys, and welcome to episode number 2 of the Top Secret Wonderkids series. In the first episode, we went to beautiful Scandinavia to check out those players, but today we're moving a little further to the east because we are going to pay a visit to Russia and Ukraine. Let's go. Hey guys, it's Jochen aka Leyodemus, and as I said, today we are continuing our quest for hidden and overlooked Wonderkids within Football Manager 22. Now, if you have missed the previous episode, there should be a link somewhere up here, and it's a link to the entire playlist, so feel free to bookmark that so you won't have to miss a single thing. And on that note, if this is the kind of content you are interested in, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel because, as I said before, plenty more of these episodes are yet to come. With that being said, let's meet our first player. But before we start, a little disclaimer, because most of the players you will see in today's episode will be somewhat more expensive at the start of the game. Why? Simply because I think these are really overlooked players, and that's why I still wanted to include them in this episode, because it kind of serves the purpose of the series, right? So, first player right here. Maxim Mukin. He is a defensive midfielder at CSKA Moscow, valued between 5.2 million and 7.8 million, mainly, I think, because he was just transferred there, so just so you know. This guy, he has really good aggression and bravery and stamina, not to mention his work rate of 18 and his teamwork. He's already valued at 2 stars. Remember, I'm managing Liverpool just to have an idea of the star rating and the transfer values. So this is already quite a good player, man. He's also capped for Russia. Let's see how this guy has done in 12 seasons. It is the year 2033 and Maxim Mukin ended up at Burnley. Let's have a look at his career first, shall we? So he started out at CSKA Moscow, then went to Burnley after 6 seasons for 12 million. And it's kind of weird though, because at first they played him quite a lot. Then they didn't play him for a whole season, 2 whole seasons actually, and in between they loaned him out to Turkish side Beşiktaş. Also loaned him out to Shakhtar, to Marseille, but he is still at Burnley, so let's have a look at his attributes. Now, although he didn't go up by much star rating wise, he is still an awesome player, man. He is an awesome ball-winning midfielder. Marking, tackling, work rate, teamwork, you name it. You can see the highlighted attributes right here. So I would say, I don't know what he's worth at the moment though, because he's not for sale. Maybe I can try this. Nope, unwilling to sell. Burnley view Mukin as almost unsellable, which I guess is a good thing. So Maxim Mukin, first player, check. Next up on the list, a central defender, and it is not Ilya Zabarny because he is valued at, I think, 25 million? Yep, at the start of the game. So if you don't know this guy, he is super awesome, but I also think he's quite known, so he doesn't really fit the purpose of the series. That's why I have a replacement for you, Mr. Igor Diveev. Diveev? Probably Diviev or something like that. What am I, Russian? But look at this, man, already valued at 2 stars, 21 years old, already capped for Russia as well, valued between 7.4 and 11 million, and he is contracted also to CSKA Moscow. His physicals are already awesome. He is 6'4", and I think, man, this guy is going to be a beast and a really good central defender within 12 seasons. Let's have a look. And he ended up at Villarreal. Let's have a look at his attributes first. He, like the first guy, he didn't really go up by much star rating wise, but he is still pretty awesome. I am under the impression, bear in mind, he is already 33, so maybe his physicals have declined a little bit. I'm not really sure, but I think so. Player traits, marks opponent tightly, plays no through balls. I love that for a central defender. Marking 15, tackling 14, positioning is awesome, concentration is good, bravery is good. I really like this guy, and he's also not for sale. I'm gonna try the same thing, but I can kind of predict what's gonna happen? Oh, there we go. I believe Villarreal will want something around 30 million. So he went up from what? 7 to 10 million to 30 million, which is pretty nice. Let's have a quick look at his career. As I said, he started out at CSKA Moscow, went to Burnley for 10.5 million. They played him. It's not that he had like superstar seasons, I know, but still they played him, and that's kind of good for his development normally, so good on him. But then nobody actually like brought him in on a transfer. He went for free to Villarreal. So there you have it, Igor Diviev, if that's how you pronounce it. Check. Third player on the list, a winger, Mikhailo Mudryk. He is at Shakhtar at the beginning of the game, valued somewhere around 10 million. 20 years old, from Ukraine, not capped yet, but I bet that is going to change in the future. Let's have a look at his attributes, shall we? He's valued at 1.5 star. Always remember, relative to Liverpool players, as an inverted winger, which I get because he is right-footed, but he's also not too bad with his left foot. But what mainly strikes me here, guys, is this. His determination 16, work rate 14, personality resolute. That means that normally this guy has a really big chance, if you ask me, to become a top-notch player depending on his potential, of course. We will find out because we're gonna have a look where this guy ended up. Okay, not what I expected, but apart from that, I mean, he didn't even go up in value. He's 32 years old now. As I predicted, he is capped for Ukraine, 58 caps, 5 goals. Star rating wise, he also went up. He is now best rated as an inside forward, and I get that with the flair of 7 freaking teen. He has some player traits, runs with the ball down right, knocks ball past opponent, cuts inside from both wings, likes ball played into feet, and runs with ball often. He's decent/good at free kick taking with a 15, but I don't know why he is still at Shakhtar. Let's have a look at his career. That's why he never left. And they actually played him, luckily, well, apart from maybe that first season, but he hasn't had a single season with a below 7 as an average rating, which is awesome. But still, I don't know why a big club has not come for this guy, because come on, man. This is a decent winger, and you can even play him as a striker, maybe as a false 9, and the number 10 position as a shadow striker. A lot of options with this dude, but his value didn't really go up. Let that be a trigger for you guys to look this guy up in your save and freaking sign him. Next player, please. Now, if there were Olympic Games for profile pictures, this guy would have a medal. Damn. Anton Tsarenko, 17 years old, from Ukraine, starts out at Dynamo Kiev, valued between 275k and 2.7 million, which is peanuts compared to the other guys. 1 star, currently starting out in the game as a Mazzala. And same thing as with the previous guy, determination 15, work rate 17, which is insanely high, and a resolute personality. Also, mind you, he's kinda two-footed. If I had high hopes for the previous dude, I'm almost certain that this guy is going to be a superstar. Let's have a look. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think my prediction was that far off. The only thing that I notice is that the same thing happened. Let's start with looking at his career, because it's quite simple. He never left Dynamo Kiev. What? Mr. Tsarenko is now valued as a 3-star player in the number 10 position or in the center of the pitch, as a playmaker, for example. And I can see why, man, and especially his mentals, except for positioning and bravery, are kinda off the charts. Also, natural fitness, stamina, awesome of course for a central midfielder. I mean, he is worth somewhere around 30 million now. What was his initial value? Not even a million? 2 million? I already forgot. Oh yeah. I'm liking this player a lot, but I think the next one will blow your mind. Now, of all the players in this episode, this is also probably the most known one, so bear with me, but I simply couldn't resist to put this guy in the episode, man, because holy smoke balls. Meet Mr. Arsen Zakarian. He is 18 years old, from Russia, not capped yet, valued somewhere around 10 million at the start of the game at Dynamo Moscow. Now, he is an attacking midfielder, already valued as a two-star player compared to the Liverpool squad, so that is good for an 18-year-old. As a playmaker maybe, because his vision is awesome with a 15. Let's look at his development attributes also. Determination 15, work rate 11, and an ambitious personality. He also already has some player traits, moves into channels, gets forward even, whenever possible, tries killer balls often, and plays 1-2s. That screams playmaker to me, indeed. I already took a sneak peek, and I don't know if you are ready for this, but this guy has become an absolute superstar. Because in the year 2033, this guy has 90 caps for Russia, 33 goals as well. He's only 30 years old, he plays at Real Madrid, and he's valued just around the 50 million mark. He didn't gain or lose any player traits, so which is good in his case, but sweet mother of God, man, look at this, the attributes for his playmaker role. Passing, vision, technique, first touch, composure, flair, basically everything a playmaker needs is right there. Dribbling 14. Oh, and by the way, he can also kick a free kick. Awesome. Now let's have a look at this guy's career, because it's not that logical to me, to be honest. He started out at Dynamo Moscow, then went to Everton after 5 seasons for 12 million. Okay. But then he stayed at Everton for 5 seasons. They played him. It's not that he had like wonder years at Everton, but still, I don't know why his value is not higher when he moved to Newcastle. But either way, after 2 seasons in Newcastle, one of which they decided to not play him, but then he made his big boy move to Real Madrid for 36 million guacs. I think, I'm not saying by far, but this is the best player in this episode, so you know what to do, guys. Check him out in your save, and for the love of humanity, if you want a decent attacking playmaker, this is your guy. There we go, guys, episode number 2 in the books, and little spoiler coming up. For the next 2 episodes, I'm gonna visit the same country, and it's probably the country where most of you guys are looking forward to the most, because we are going to pay a double visit to Brazil. But of course, first I want to thank you guys so much for still being here. Again, if this is the kind of content you are looking for, don't forget to hit that good old like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't have to miss a single video that gets dropped. Thanks again for watching, guys. Peace out. See you on the next one.